Hi, I'm Rakefet Ginsburg, the CEO and Executive Director for the Masorti movement in Israel. I grew up in a secular family. I didn't have the chance to connect and practice Judaism. I went to Shlichut. I was an emissary, Shlicha, to a U.S. community in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I've learned a lot about Jewish life outside of Israel. There are many more opportunities to be Jewish and to practice my Judaism. When I got back to Israel in 2009, I've started to work for the Masorti movement, and the opportunity to practice that in Israel was the right one for me. This place is important for me. Living here is important for me. As a professional social worker, I looked for different ways to influence my country, my state, the society that I live in. I established the social work services for citizens who work for the army. Later on, I went to work in a counseling center for women. In situations when there is a war, the women's role is a little bit more complicated. And helping women in different places to think what helps them to feel more secure. They can express themselves and they can bring their point of view, and it's valuable. Now I serve there as a chairperson. And I got back to the Masorti movement as a CEO and executive director. Love my job. Love working with people and love working with communities. And strong pluralism build resiliency. If we build resiliency, we can cope with almost everything. It makes us stronger. It makes us understand that there are different opportunities and different ways to cope or deal with situations, and they are all okay. We don't have to agree. It's part of our Judaism to disagree about different things, but to be able to include those that we disagree with them. This is a revolution that we're seeing in the last few years in Israel. The opportunity for people to feel that they don't have to be secular or orthodox. There are many more opportunities in between for people that are egalitarian to practice Judaism or to pray or to have a conversion. We don't see that in politics yet, and we should see that there. Step by step, we're going there. It's going to be something that the state or the country as a whole will offer to all of us equally. My youngest son had his bar mitzvah in the egalitarian kotel. We were standing all, the same family, all together. This is not an obvious thing for many families, and we are very fortunate. I have more opportunities in my life than my grandmother had. For my children, it's going to seem so natural. You know, it's a progress. This is something that gives me a lot of strength to do and wake up every morning and do what I do.